Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to RimWorld Alpha 13. We are in the middle of summer, gathering food, harvesting food. There's actually still a whole bunch of hill root that needs to be brought in. Power seems to be a bit of an issue, so we probably want to have a look at that. We're also just all too busy to clean up the vomit in our good clothing storage facility. Hey, trade caravan from Sandra Rodeballo. We probably want to have a chat with them. Let's see, double check. Gamebook Finder is still the most social person we have. So you go have a chat with Kamba. Okay, so we have a great bow. Might as well sell it and make some money off of it. We are drowning in herbal medicine. We don't really have a lot of other things that we could sell. They actually have a male and a female warg that we could use for breeding if you wanted to. I think for now this is it. Just get rid of one excess bow and then get some silver for that, and then it should be good. So, as my usual pre-episode check, I just went over all the people and everybody actually looks happy. Oh, given the random things like feeling bad or being in pain or having their friend die, everybody actually seems to be in a pretty good state given the circumstances. Look at Speedo here. Speedo is blissful, just completely ecstatic. It does help that Speedo still has the bonus of being convinced by the warden to join the colony. That optimism is going to wear off eventually. That's good. Also had a quick look and just added a very small stockpile over here with a couple of rocks, so that machining those rocks is going to be a bit easier. And in terms of work priority, I had a bit of a look. All the crafting skills, so smithing, tailoring and crafting itself, they are all shared as crafting. And using one improves your crafting skill, makes you better at everything else. So currently Vendor's Mera is really freaking awesome at tailoring, skill of 18. I've actually seen a couple of people walk about with master crafted gear. So that is really good. So they're just gonna continue making stuff for us, and it's also why they've got a 2 in smithing. And as a result, I decided to drop the priority of just basically the mindless crafting, so that stone cutting, smelting, things like that. Drop the priority a bit, and for everybody else who has some aptitude for crafting, I did the reverse. I upped their priority for boring crafting, so they're more likely to work on crafting more stone for us and things like that, and make them less likely to do smithing or tailoring, so they're not going to interfere as much there, and that will allow them to maybe get a bit more skill. But there's just so much stuff that still needs to happen. Let's actually have a look at just what is everybody doing. So Louis is sewing. We have Max Musterban, who is harvesting stuff. This is actually in our tree farm over here. We got Gamebook Finder, who's just hauling. Also, there's a psychic drone. Let's have a look. Every colonist of the female gender winces in pain. Some distant engine of hatred is stirring. It is projecting a powerful psychic drone over this entire region on a frequency that only seems to affect the female gender. For a few days, some people's mood will be quite a bit worse. That is rather annoying. So, Gamebook Finder is just holding stuff, which is good. What priority is holding for you? It's number 1 priority, so that's good. Okay. Veneros, you're making pants. Macho P, holding berries. JJ, you're researching. You really didn't have a lot of things to do, did you, JJ? Yeah, you were pretty much incapable of doing anything. Except for, well, mining. That's what we put you on, and some repairs and some hunting. Let's see, what's your weapon skill? 96%, yeah. Gonna make hunting a #1 priority for you. Even though you have a pistol, it's a 60, it's a poor quality pistol actually. You're gonna be our chief hunter. Let's have a quick look. You got a normal pistol, great bow, survival rifle, short bow, pump shotgun. I mean, shotgun is really good for hunting since you shoot a lot of pellets. I think Machopi, you are gonna drop this. Then we're gonna tell JJ to equip it, and after that we're gonna have Machopi pick up the port pistol. That's gonna be that one. Equip it. So then JJ is now better equipped for dealing with hunting. So, oh, also speaking of equipping, I've changed the profiles of gear on people to only pick up poor or better quality gear, and I already had the restriction of 50% on it. So this way people should always be happy with what they are wearing, and it should be at least at decent quality. Because we have a pretty decent stockpile of okay clothing. So yeah, we had some, it's outside is 34 degrees, inside it is 22. We have some heaters. We can probably just turn these off for now. There's no need to actually have them on, because they're gonna draw 10 watts for doing nothing. Let's see, this is -1 degree, it's 22 everywhere. These things are just completely blowing, and they're doing a good job of preserving the temperature. It's gonna be 23 in a couple of places, but that's it. Okay, so more power. There is actually a geothermal over there, which I think, oh, we don't even have the tech for that just yet. But it is rather far away. That's the main issue there. Also, compacted steel. Might as well do a little bit of mining for that stuff, just to get a couple more things in. Eventually we'll have to do something with these animals, because we have quite a bunch of hay grass. If we look at our vegetarian food, we have over 600 bits of hay grass, and we're probably gonna get another harvest in before the summer is through. So we're probably, oh wow, we actually need to start digging out a second storage space. I'm actually gonna break this through from the side over here, and then we'll put a wall in, just to replace the rough rock wall. So if we just cancel this and just make a nice round shape out of this. Trade caravan is leaving. So this way we will dig out the outlines of the room, and we can fill the outside of that with actual walls. And then we can connect it up properly with the rest here. So people can do some digging over there. We actually have some rocks to haul over here. Poor mood, yeah, that's gonna happen. That's sorry very much, but you're just gonna have to tough it out for now, because it's 15 points on top of 14 points for your friend dying, and yeah. Everything just being not so happy. So that's just digging on one hand. There's a lot of other stuff that just needs to happen. Hey, we have Yorkie skin dropping, so that's more leather for us, plus more scrap for us as well. Can we? I think we might even have the means of doing something with it. We have an electric smelter. Well, we need another crafting station, I think, before we can actually use it. And we need more space for actually using it. So this little bit that I had over here, which I thought I was so clever for, might not actually be the cleverest idea. So let's just cancel it. Let's hold these things out. So like that. Just hold them out. Then we put in an electric smelter. We put it over here at the tail end of everything. Critical mode, yep, sorry, can't do much with it. And then we put another wooden chair. We have some wood, yeah, we have some wood. So people, it's very good to give people a chair while they are working. Also in terms of structure, let's put in a steel door over here. There's also a door over here. Then people can actually go from here to there via this door rather than using that door. So if they're working over on this side, this might be a shorter path. Might be worth the effort. But for now, people are just gonna go back to bed. It's gonna be that. So in terms of construction, do we have people who are really good at construction? Yes, we do. So Speedo is only a skill 5. I'm actually going to put you on repair duty, while people who are better at it just going to be one step less. I figure repairing it will help you train construction, but it's not going to affect the results. So in that regard, it's a very decent way of getting people some construction experience without actually giving them okay. A group of Mechanoids from a Mechanoid hive have dropped right on top of you. They're attacking immediately. So, we flicked the switch. We were still... Oh wow, that's why we were out of power. Because we had our guns trained. Okay, that's okay. Let's restrict everybody to stay indoors. That is still a sufficient area, isn't it? It is. Most excellent. Okay, so from the looks of it, we might be lucky and only have a single Mechanoid out there. Max, you are... I need to disable the stats thingy-majig. Are you not capable of flicking? Oh wait, we don't need to flick the switch. That's okay. So you are wielding a bow. That means we can station you outside. You've got a rifle, which we can station you outside. You got a pistol. Also go outside. JJ. You got a bow. Louis has got a knife and Speedo. Speedo. I know you're there. Yes, you got a pistol. Welcome to the army. So what did we get? A slicer or one of those big fat Mechanoids? Ooh, it's a cipher. It's got a poor charge lance. They do hurt like crazy though. I think we're actually gonna pull back. Let our defenses deal with them for now. Let's see, people with pistols. We might be able to play some games. Do you want to play a game? Okay, and then we just step back inside and we do... Ow, okay. So that idea of playing a game was not overly smart. Charge lances hurt. They hurt a lot. Well, actually, we might be able to play some games here. What are you doing? Okay, so you're gonna come around. Might as well just... Let's see, we had someone, JJ I think, who has a shotgun. Put you in the door there. Ready, waiting. So this one is a very exposed position. They charge in over here. And then they are gonna be shot at from two sides by the turrets. And on top of that... Wait, what? What are you doing? Interesting. Also, we need to move the animals. Nose. Wait, are you not... You... No. No! You don't have a master. Please, go away. Go back to the area where we assigned you. Otherwise you're gonna get killed. What? Seriously? Did it get knocked down by the doe? Wow. There's a crack in the thorax by the deer's front leg. This is awesome, actually. So this is dead. Wow. Doe versus Scyther. Doe wins. This... You can't make these things up. You can't make these things up. So these are automatically rearmed. People are just gonna go back to their work. Macho P, you know, your right foot was shot fresh off, damn it. But that means Louis is gonna need to fix you up. You don't have time for eating, you're bleeding to death here. Okay, you're already doctoring, that's good. Okay. So we need to give you a peg leg. Yeah. Install a peg leg on your right leg. So rest until healed. Guys, now 50%, you're kind of limping there, being really inefficient and all that. So Louis is getting some wood and some medicine. With a bit of luck, your movement should go up to about 60 or so %. Yeah, back leg works better than no leg. Or than no foot, that is. Okay. And thus ended that story. Also, electric smelter. We can smelt metal from slag. Well, that's something we can just do forever. And I don't think we need any skill, but it would be good to just only do it when we are nearby. So we have a collection of stones here. Maybe we need to copy this, and maybe we should just actually put another stockpile in here that has just slag on that side. Oh. So I'm gonna delete a bit of the zone over there. Then we can do a new stockpile. Yes, that's just pasting. And then we just change the chunks from the stone types to be the slag types. And it's going to be important as well. So that way we'll just pick them out of these regular priority storage or the low priority storage. And people will automatically fix this because of the holding of priorities. So Macho P, how are you doing? Yes, you're walking about with your peg leg, and waking up did not improve the efficiency. So 60% is about as good as it gets. So that means you're not a hunter anymore if you ever were. Because you're too slow. You're gonna get caught by the horns of the bull or whatever we hunt. Boars. Well, actually we are drowning in meat right now. So I'm not actually gonna set up a hunt. So terrible mode. Ah yeah, Macho P. That's gonna happen. On the other hand, if they are so close, we're obligated to hunt them if they're this close, just to set an example. Yes, that's it. To set an example. So, excellent. Hunted the squirrel, hunted the boar. Also means there's gonna be a lot more leather for Venros to work with. Even though we have a lot of textiles already, 2,500. Look at that. Most of which is leather. Mental state, berserk. Oh no, Macho P. Macho P. That's just not good. So you are slowly getting better. Can we disallow you from using doors? Is that something? No, that doesn't work. Okay. Currently you are very slow. Just gonna have a look for you. Watching targets. Luckily it's only melee attacking max. You are not gonna... You're not gonna attack, so I'm gonna move you back. Oh, no, 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 nope, nope, nope. You're not gonna attack. Does this work? Yeah. If you can just stall this long enough for the mood to recover, that's fine. Let's just draw you outside. We'll do you good. Also, someone, anyone, please disable these turrets so we can recover some power. You are still it's going melee, but yeah, see, being outside, it's more beauty, it's more spacious, that's better for your mood. Also, because you are walking, it really is, no, doesn't matter, because you're slow. Watching for targets, okay. Yeah, still going for Max. Max is using a great bow, which is a very slow weapon to arm, so we can just keep dancing you about. Just reposition you every once in a while to prevent you from actually shooting at Machu Picchu, because that would be kind of bad. Because I would really prefer Machu Picchu to not get more maimed than he or she already is. She already is. Because both she's just a victim of circumstances. Also, we have animal starvation. What? Someone needs to feed those animals. Okay, animal handling. JJ, go handle the animals. Really, why are you sleeping about? Or do we need to put hay grass out or something? I have no idea how that exactly works. Also, not, oh wait, we don't have power, so of course, yeah. Let's see, toggle that power off, toggle that power off. Electric smelting. It uses 700 watts, seriously, let's turn that off for now. Brewing doesn't use any power. Research bench. Let's see, we don't have anything to actually machine, so let's turn off the power there as well. Okay, so this is something we can work with. So this way we save ourselves the power we need. How are you doing, Machupi? How are you doing? Well, you're almost back to normal. So, this is the dance of near death. Okay. You are, yeah, still attacking. Okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. So you're slowly doing better. How much further do you need to recover? I don't know. You'll go hungry soon. Almost there. Just run around this tree here. Yes, happy tree. Psychic drone is ending. Oh, that's very good as well. That's one less negative factor weighing down on your poor and confused thoughts. Hope Machu Picchu recovers soon enough. Getting slowly tired of doing this dance, even though I'm very happy I'm able to do this dance to just keep Machu Picchu alive. Keep her away from everybody else. Just running circles with Max until eventually she'll snap out of it. Okay. Come on, snap out of it, Machapi. Going to speed 2 just to speed things up a little bit. Does mean I have a little less time to respond as well to Max shooting. Excellent, you are now unrecruited, and Machapi is good again. Okay, so good. Back to where we were. Now we can bank up some power and just have to be careful with what we actually use in terms of power. And people actually still need to disable all the machines I marked for disabling. Also, the critical section of wall is in. Let's see, this is slate, right? The dark stone. Yes. So if we say you turn this into slate, then we actually have a first wall up for our walk-in fridge. So we can have a bit of a separation of all the ugly foods, so to say. So corpses and meat can all go in the back. And all the meals and the beer and all the veggie foods, they can all go in the front. So that way we keep this more of a happy place for the person actually doing the cooking. Also means I can now break this wall through, and I probably want to put another hole next to it just to put a vent in. Oh, you know what? We're gonna just mine this entire bit so we can put a proper wall in. It's 11 degrees indoors, but is this room just so large that we need more to cool it? Maybe. Let's see, structure, slate walls. Let's do a little bit like that. Should we have a two-step freezer? That we have a freezer in the back and a freezer in the front. Or maybe have another freezer in on the side here and have a vent in between. That's one way of dealing with it actually. Yeah, I like that plan. Let's go with it. Then we put a vent in here. Then we put just a regular steel door in here. And just extend the power cable a little bit from here to there. So it's all gonna be connected. Let's see, I think Louis was our main constructor, weren't you? There's a Louis in here somewhere. You're hauling potatoes right now. That's okay. That's actually really okay. Even though it's actually no, it's not, because our fridge is broken open right now. Also, there's animal starvation, which is because I put them in their pen here and there's no food. And my thinking was that the person handling the pets is actually gonna feed them. Turns out they might not be. So if we do it like this, then they can actually go out and graze and fix their own starvation problem. Good. There's not a lot of patches of grass remaining though. That might turn into an issue. You can't consciously put grass on the floor, can you? I don't think so. Maybe if we have a stockpile. Or maybe we should just have give the does access to the fridge. That could work. Yeah, that could work. Manage areas. livestock vault. Oh, managing those areas, we need to go here, livestock vault. That is to prevent them from going out while in battle. Okay, let's just give you access to this, and I think you will be able to path in between them. Let's do it like that. That way they can't go out anymore for food, but they might be able to walk in here. Yes, so are you going for food now? You're wandering. Excellent. Wandering between areas, and then you're going in here. Consuming corn. Oi, not supposed to eat corn. Maybe we need to give them a very small fridge where we can put their hay grass. Probably means we have to just excavate a little bit here where we can put all the hay grass. It also will mean we can get the hay grass out of here. Vegetables, seeds, live plants, meals, liquor. And hay, it's ground counts as grass. Also, why is it suddenly so dark? It's foggy. Okay, that helps. So, slate wall, we can build that one over here. We excavated that little bit, we can do that as well. Also, we must drastically lower the temperature. It's going to be -1 here. Just like this one, actually -2. Okay, that's fine. We aim for -2 then. So, orders, a stockpile. For now, just turn this into one big stockpile. We copy these settings, we paste them over there. That's going to automatically clear this of stone, which is very convenient. This is... Let's see, this is going to be the preferred one for corpses. And it's actually just going to be the only one that accepts corpses. So we're just dropping the priority by 1, so it's going to be normal. And we're gonna... This will accept the same thing. And then here, we're just gonna say we no longer accept corpses. So all the corpses are gonna be moved to the back. And the same is gonna apply here for raw resources. Oh no, wait, it's meat. Raw food. Meat, we're gonna disable that as well. No, that one is this one. So if you hover over it, you see it's all the meats which are negative and everything else is positive for now. So that should make this a much happier, much happier place. Let's turn our pop-up back on. Currently beauty is -6.33. This will fix itself. Just by shifting some things around. Okay. Hey, there's a combat supplier flying by. So, Gamebug Finder, you are still our social person. In the morning, we're gonna have you chat. Not right now, though. Not right now. See, Max Musterman is nicely sorting through everything. We are running out of space to put our blocks. So, people just improve the priority a little bit of the stone cutting. Let's see, you are a 5, you are a 4. Let's see, Machopi is not pretty mobile anymore, right? I'm gonna make you a master crafter and reduce your hauling priority. So you are just going to craft and craft and craft and craft some more. And after that you are gonna clean. Then you're gonna repair and haul. But that means Machopi is probably gonna spend a lot of time now just working on those stone blocks. So we're gonna deal with that. That's just gonna be excellent. Let's see. So this is now a rather depressing area. This is slightly less depressing. And people are also harvesting berries from the looks of it. Most excellent. Let's see, how much does this actually use? 200 watts if it's active. What's our current draw? Oh, we are storing quite a lot of power. Oh, another raid. A group of tribespeople from the lair of the forest have arrived nearby. They will prepare for a while, then attack. So they're gonna attack from the southwest, and this is a pretty large group actually. So clubs, bows, it's the huge, so to say. We have a little bit of time to prepare for this. So as before, we can actually line up here and greet them with a hail of bullets. I'm wondering if we should put some deadbolt traps before the sandbags to discourage them as well. Security, deadbolt traps made out of steel. It's gonna be 70 steel. If you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's gonna be 420 steel. That's about half of what we have right now. And it also, if they're taking the inner corner, this is not a bad place to put another trap, to be honest. Because then they're gonna go hit either this or this one, depending on if they take the inner or the outer corner. Trip this one as well. Maybe trip this one, and then go indoors. So this way, if we build 8 more traps, we're gonna spend a huge chunk of metal. Or maybe only build the inner 4, just to blunt the direct attacks a little bit. And then have a look. It's 175 for a turret. Build 2 of those is going to be 350. So yeah, let's shift priorities a little bit. Who is our constructor? Maybe that's a better way. So Louis, Gamebug Finder, you are now on it. And I think in terms of construction, actually gonna turn priorities around a little bit. So doctoring, of course, is important. Then wardening, which is a 2. So after being a doctor, you're gonna build stuff. Then you're gonna repair stuff. Then you're wardening, you're cooking and growing and cutting and hauling, which seems fair. And Gamebug Finder, when you're not wardening, you are going to construct. Well, we don't actually have a lot of prisoners often, so we might as well keep that as a high importance thing. But keeping construction high is going to be pretty good. And you are a backup cook. Right, for now that's good. It means that you will start building things. And Louis, you are gonna work on these turrets. How are you with your food? Just let you consume it, okay. Flicking switch, that's good, so you're gonna head that way anyway. And then I'm gonna tell you to work on that turret. And Louis, are you... Yeah, so you think that slate walls over here are more important. Let's actually cancel those activities for now. Building a slate wall. Where? Oh, there. You no longer have slate walls to build, so continue with that one, please. Okay. Okay, you're actually continuing the turret, that's good. Deadbolt traps. No. Oh, Gamebug Finder is actually working on both of the turrets. Interesting. Okay, Gamebook Finder. I think you were working on those turrets. That's the one thing that keeps puzzling / annoying me. Why do they keep switching between tasks? Okay, excellent. We're drawing a lot of power right now. That's okay. But this does mean we have a much stronger defense line. Let's see, both of you. You're now defending. Max, you have a bow, so you're defending. I think, yeah, it's only Louis who is not going to be in any kind of combat. So Gamebook Finder. Okay, so this one actually will just keep the task there. Actually, just gonna. Yeah. Are you gonna maybe 17, 16, 15? No, you're not gonna finish this. Oh, that worked out pretty well. So gonna restrict everybody to indoors. That should reset you to actually flee indoors. Everybody else, go back indoors, please. Okay, cool. Okay, we have JJ with the pump shotgun, who we might actually put in a door there. Well, actually behind the door for now. Speedo, what? Oh, you are still going to your original designation. No, go in. Keep the door closed. This is gonna go boom. Ah, yeah, and then this explosion spreads. That was a design flaw that I still need to work out. They are fleeing, excellent, which means kill frenzy. It's like shooting at the, it's like the village fair. But we have a Cervexa that we can capture. You can pick up your bow. Actually, we can pick up a lot of weapons. We have a lot of corpses that we can just strip. Restrictions have been lifted. This, well, could have ended worse. Let's keep it at that. We also need to flick the light back on in our prison, and we can flick this one off. Okay, Cervexa, let's have a look. How are you looking? So everything was inflicted by combat, which means you are able to heal back to good health. So for now, let's say we're gonna grant you medicine. You are not capable of being social. That's okay. That's very okay. We already have a couple of terrific social people. And I see a lot of small flames and a lot of skills. You have a 9 points in growing. That's actually pretty cool. Skill professional. You can craft decently well. You can melee. You're a fast walker. You're cold tolerant. And I should not look at any of this because you're completely incapacitated from combat. You are actually going to be difficult to recruit, but not impossible. We have recruited people that were harder to deal with. So, well, welcome. You're going to join us. Also, Speedo also needs to be fixed up. So, let's see. Yeah, doctoring is still a #1 priority. And we forgot about the combat supplier, because it was only half a day. Let's see, this was dealt with. You, sorry man, not gonna let you eat. Oh, Gamebook Finder is... Oh, you're just feeding the prisoner. Okay, and now we're gonna have you treat Cervexa before poor Cervexa gets a bunch of infections, which is something we definitely do not want. So, Speedo is fully healed. Gamebook Finder is a bit cranky. Any particular reason? Corpses and things like that. Okay, well, we'll deal with that. Let's see, we are completely filled out with graves there, but... Okay, we still have a bunch of graves over there. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. Most excellent. So let's order everything that can be hauled to be hauled. All the walls have been fixed by now, so we're just gonna go into post combat cleanup. And that's what I'm gonna call it an episode. Actually wanted to call it a bit earlier, but then we got raided. Well, we'll deal with that. We dealt with it pretty well, and we even have a potential new recruit in Cervexa the Gatherer. You don't have any social relationships with anyone yet. So, for that, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.